Coach, can you talk a little bit about DeMarcus Cousins' performance tonight after a couple of rocky starts?
Well, I think he has to slow down big time. He's going too fast, knowing where to play from on the floor, who he's playing against. 7-foot and shot blockers where, although the play may say that's where you're supposed to post up, but you got to be smart and then play where it gives you the right kind of space. But that's what's going to happen as we're home now a little bit. We can kind of practice a little bit more and be a little bit more detailed with everything that we're trying to do, and get him in his sweet spots where he needs to be on the floor. I thought, based on how these guys have performed over the road trip that we were on and having a chance to come home, lock in a little bit, knowing how important this game was. The wind factor was great, but also to support what this organization has done as far as our business side of people to get this thing filled like this tonight. Kudos to those guys because they did a hell of a job making this happen for us, and we had a chance to play a great game in front of our fans.
Coach, Marcus came in and sparked you guys again. I think every game this season, it's early, but every time he's come in, he's provided a spark. Last year he led you in scoring. How was he kind of transition from being a starter, averaging almost 19 a game, to this new role he's in?
Well, I think one thing, when you manage and master something in the NBA, you can do it no matter where you play. If your mind allows you to. And I think the first time when I had that meeting with him to share where I wanted to go with him, it wasn't a great meeting, but I'm glad we're from the same place, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, that he didn't frown at me. So I'll tell your mama. My mama knows your mama. But I think he knows he's going to play pretty close to the same amount of minutes, and I'm going to feature him in the game when it happens, when he comes in there. So I think that helps a whole lot, and to keep him going. But he has an ability. The guy has an ability to be a scorer, a big-time scorer in our league. And when you have the ability to shoot and drive, and he has incredible toughness, that's a huge plus, a starter or off the bench. But I had to get this team a balanced way of defense. If our first unit can keep the games close, I think our bench can be one of the best ones in the NBA and be able to give us a lead, get us back in a game, which they have done, and then the starters have to come in late in the game and be able to close it.
After just having to start on the road for 3 straight games, just to be able to get that first win, what does that mean, especially for a young team, just to kind of get that out of the way?
Well, it's always hard when you come back off the road. That road trip is always like you're still on the road because you get here for a moment, touch down, and you got to play a game. So you're not really home yet. You're still in a situation where your time zone, we're still, I wouldn't say screwed up with that, but we're still out of whack with the time zone. And these guys still limited sleep. Some couldn't go to sleep, or some woke up early, and all of those things. But everybody got to face it. But coming home and having a chance to really get back in their own bed, get into a little bit of a routine, and then come into our practice, our building, go into our walkthrough film room, and then go get everything they need to do here at home. So that was good to come back home and play.